Howdy y'all, and welcome to the Arizona Shooting Star. I'm Josh Wayne. Today we're going to be looking at a pocket watch. We're going to actually unbox it, something that I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to do with a pocket watch. I have a lot of watches, and I do mean a lot, a little collection of them. I've always loved watches, both pocket watches and wrist watches, but I actually am allergic to metal. As weird as that sounds. I can't wear metal for extended periods of time, so I don't usually wear wristwatches that much. I usually wear a jacket or a vest, so pocket watches work quite well. And I do prefer pocket watches. Most of the watches I have I either bought used or they were very cheap. So they didn't have a fancy box like this. But this is a slightly more expensive watch. I think this is about a almost $40 watch, and I thought it was worth unboxing. Now, before we start, I want to clarify I don't exactly know how this is said. See, it actually on the back appears to be spelt different on their website than it is on the front. Now, I think that's pronounced maybe more closely to how this website's spelt, which is Kronen Söhne, maybe, something like that. But it doesn't really matter. They make quite a few pocket watches, and they're all very nice, or at least nice looking. I will clarify that the internals of these watches are the same as any of the $10 pocket watches that you buy on eBay or anywhere else. It has the same mechanism, or at least that's what it looked like to me. So, you shouldn't expect maybe a whole lot of quality. But I will say, I have had one of those pocket watches with one of the same mechanisms I believe this has for over 10 years now. I actually took one to my high school graduation, and it still works perfectly. It's never needed adjustment, and I can't really complain, especially since I only paid $1 for it. Now this one, again, I paid a little bit more. I didn't pay full price. I got a little deal on it, but let's take a look. Just a little cardboard sleeve. Very nice box, sort of a diamond print on it. All around. And there's the website again. I bought this from eBay, not from their website. Let's see. We have a card. I'm not going to show you the back. I may have just by accident. Oh well. There's a warranty information on the back of this card. It probably wouldn't matter. I probably wouldn't return it for the warranty anyways. Again, I didn't buy it from them, so the warranty probably isn't valid. Okay, well here we have a nice little booklet. See, this manual is only for general models, so this is basically what you get in any of them. It's not watch specific, but it is nice to have that, and usually you don't get that with these cheaper watches. Relatively cheaper. There we go. Let's have a look at the gal. Now this one I bought because it had a blue face, which I absolutely adored. It looks like it's got plastic on it. Let me see if I can get this off real quick. Yes, it does. Ah. So I assume that probably is actually crystal, since there's plastic on it. Actually, I think there's plastic on the back too. There's also a little, I assume that's a quality assurance number or something. It is a beautiful watch. I really hope it's coming through on camera. Let's Come on, let's focus a little. Let's focus. Woo! Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and wind her on up. Just absolutely beautiful. And like I said, these are fairly cheap mechanisms. You can find watches as low as $1 that have these, but I've never actually had one of them fail. So I can't really, in fact, I've never had one not even keep time. Never had to adjust them. I've never, let's see how the clasp works. Ooh, very nice. Some of these Chinese watches, the clasp go in kind of hard and they really feel bad. This one doesn't. It's very nice. We'll also say that the pin in the bottom here is set very well. Some of them are kind of not great. This one seems to be very good. Now this is a full pocket watch, so it should have, this is what's considered a signed chain, which means it has the company's logo on it. It's a very nice chain. It's slightly different than the cheaper pocket watches you get. It actually is a more standard loop, kind of more old-fashioned than what a lot of them are. Let's go ahead and put this on. There we go. It's not a very long chain. I would say it's probably about, right about 12 inches, I would say. So it's not the longest chain, but it doesn't have to be. And I do see that there's still some other stuff in the box. I'm going to go ahead and set that there. There is a key. Okay. And there is a plastic name tag. I don't really know why you would need that. I guess if you want to put that in something else, you can, but I don't really care that much about that. We will open the key real quick. I'm curious. I opened it like a real man, ripping it open. It is just a little, it does feel like metal key. Huh. I don't know if I'm supposed to put it maybe on here or what exactly. As far as I know, their logo is not a key. So I'm not entirely sure what the point of that is, but that's a nice little thing. Just sort of makes it feel more extravagant. Now, like I said, I did not pay full price for this. In total, I think I paid maybe about $15. And I think that's a fair price. It's certainly a working pocket watch. It's a very beautiful pocket watch. It is just gorgeous all around. I will also, real quick, show it has this. This is very common on these Chinese pocket watches, but it is just beautiful nonetheless. It also seems to be a little deeper than the cheaper ones, so that's a little bit nicer engraving there, and I appreciate that. And the blue face is just absolutely beautiful. It's a nice little addition to my pocket watch collection, and at some point in the future I'll probably show off my pocket watches and my watches in general, especially since I've got a couple that are kind of unique, kind of weird. But I'll probably do them in blocks, sort of do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in a row. Why would I do one in a row? That would just be what I just did. I'll do multiple ones per video since they aren't really full unboxings. Now, if I buy any in the future that are very nice like this, have the box, have the little accessories, I'll do a video just like this, but most of the pocket watches I own didn't come like this, and most of them that I'll buy in the future probably won't come like this. If you buy them off eBay, that's not usually what you get. And if you buy them used, that's really not what you get. Sometimes you don't even get a working watch. But that's okay. This is a working watch, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Again, not the highest quality mechanism. It's not really the highest quality watch, but it is very nice. It's very nice to look at. And from my own experience, these motors do last quite a long time. That's it for this time. Happy trails. One more quick thing before I leave you. This is something that I don't know why, this is something only I would notice. If you look at these, you can see that this one actually opens quite a lot farther than most of the other ones. This is another Chinese watch. Again, it's not high quality, but I quite like it. This is one I usually carry, as a matter of fact. But if you notice, the hinges on this one are a lot less restrictive. They go open much farther than literally any of the modern pocket watches I own. Whereas this one, they only go to, well, you can see, it's always at an angle, which means when you're looking at it, it's always sort of not open as much as maybe you'd like. Whereas this one is fully open. It's very nice. It is just one little thing that does show this is made slightly better than a lot of the other watches that come from the same places as this. Probably even the same companies, to be honest. But I just thought that was worth seeing. I also wanted to point out, this is the difference in the ends. This is what you usually get on most of the Chinese watches, whereas this one's more like that. It fits quite well, actually. It's a very nice watch. The chain itself is different as well. I'm not sure how well that comes across, but, and I went ahead and just put the key on here. And again, I don't really know what the key's for, but that's it. Happy trails again, this time for good. Well, not for good, until the next video.